Preschool friends, Girl Scout Emma Borgie here. Today, we have special visitors who will be sharing a message with us. They are Pastor Borgie and Jeremiah. So, let's listen.
Well, Jeremiah, here we are again. It's chapel time, and that's always a fun time, isn't it? And look out there, Jeremiah. See? Who's here? It's the preschoolers. And you know what? You see what's going on out there? They're smiling. That makes you feel good, doesn't it? They're smiling because they're glad to be here, and they're glad to see you. That makes us all feel good. Well, today we're going to tell a story about Jesus. It's something Jesus said one time that kind of surprised a lot of people. Jesus said one time that if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you will be able to do amazing things. Why a mustard seed? Well, because a mustard seed is one of the smallest seeds of all. I brought one to show you. Can you see it? See how small it is? I know. It's so small it's hard to see. I put it in a little box, and the box has a magnifying glass on top so you can see it. But it's still very, very small. But Jesus said that once it's planted in the ground and it starts to grow, it becomes big enough for birds to come, real birds, to come and build their nests in the branches. That's how big it gets. That's kind of amazing. Well, Jesus said, if you have faith, even as small as a mustard seed, you can do wonderful things. I have a story to tell you, an example. You see, Jeremiah, there was this little girl. She was a pretty little girl, and her name was Emma. Well, one day, Emma went with her family out to her grandparents' house. And she liked to go out there because they lived way out of town. And they lived near a woods. And there was lots of interesting things there. And so she got to play in the backyard, and she was watching it. She said, look what I see. I see squirrels. You know what squirrels are? You do. Yeah, okay, I thought you did. I see squirrels, and I see birds, and I see rabbits. This is a fun place to be. But you know what happened one day? She was so excited watching the squirrels and the rabbits and the bunnies that she followed them into the woods to see maybe she could find their home. Well, you know what? She got so far in the woods that she discovered, uh-oh, I think I'm lost. Yeah, I think I'm lost. I don't know my way back. That's a problem. In the meantime, back at the farm, the family started thinking, where's Emma? We haven't seen her for a long time. So they went outside and they looked around and we don't see her. Well, she went in the woods, but you know what? I think maybe she got lost. We better go find her. And so they went off looking for her. They all went into the woods. In the meantime, Grandpa is very concerned too. And he walks in the woods and he says, Emma, Emma, are you in there somewhere, Emma? He would listen. No, he didn't hear anything. Emma, wait a minute. He said, I think I hear something. I think I hear the voice of a little girl. Let's be quiet and listen very carefully. I think Emma, is that you? And it was. He came around the corner, there she was. Oh, he said, I'm so glad to see you. Oh, I'm glad to see you. She said, well, you know what? I knew you would find me. He says, what? How did you know that I would find you? Well, she said, because I was praying. You were praying? I didn't hear any prayers. When I listened very carefully, I heard a voice saying, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, like that. I just heard a voice saying the alphabet. I didn't hear anybody praying. Well, she said, Grandpa, you know what? I didn't know really how to pray, and I was a little bit scared. So here's what I did. I just said all the letters and said, Jesus, you put the letters together in the right way to make a good prayer. And that's what he did. And that's how I knew you'd find me. That's amazing. Emma's faith was so little, it was the size of a mustard seed. It was that small. And yet, wonderful, wonderful result. And that's what Jesus said would happen. If we have faith, even as small, as small as a mustard seed, wonderful, wonderful things can happen in our life. Well, I trust that'll be true. All of our friends out here, that's true. Have the faith, even as small as a mustard seed, like Emma had, and things are going to be all right. Well, thank you, friends, for listening, and that's the end of our story today. Amen.
Wow, what a great message. Thank you, Pastor Borgie and Jeremiah. All right, preschool friends, see you next time.